Hey folks, well, I'm out in the shop today and I'm starting on a new project, so I'll add this to my collection of partially completed projects, I'm sure. Well, no, not really, it's just going to take me a while. But in any case, I decided I was going to finally figure out what's wrong with my wife's quad, because I was riding it last season and then one day, just partway through a ride, it started overheating. Just didn't want to stay cool. Didn't matter if I turned the fan on or off. So I pulled it into the shop tonight, and I figured it'd be a quick. I figured maybe just the impeller was stripped off or whatever, and it'd be a quick fix. So I drained the coolant and opened up the water pump and got a look at the impeller, and I found something else that's going to be a problem. So let me show you what I'm dealing with and what I'm planning on doing tonight. Here you can see it's an older Scrambler 500, 99 Scrambler 500, and you can see all that underneath. I got the front off and that, but I don't know if you can see. There's where the water pump impeller, where the water pump is. Here's the cover. Already got it off, and I got the impeller off. And the impeller was fine. Unfortunately, I broke a fin trying to remove it, dumbass. But so that's going to cost me some money right there. I'm not really confident that a person could fix it and have a reliable impeller, so I'll just have to buy a new one. But that's not the problem. The problem is, and I can't really show you right now, is that that shaft does not spin. And the reason it's not spinning, as far as I can tell, when I was rotating it manually, it's bent. Now, I don't know how the heck it got bent, why it would have been bent, or what, but in any case, I was looking through the shop manual and it doesn't show that shaft, how it's driven. I'm assuming it's gear driven off of something, so I'm hoping the gears inside aren't stripped either. But the only way to tell is to pull the engine out of this beast. So that is what I'm going to be doing tonight. So the first thing I have to do, I've drained the coolant, so I've got to drain the oil as well. So I get the pan under there, so I'll drain the oil, and then I'm going to pull all the plastic off so I can get at everything, and then we'll take a look. I've never done a quad like this before, so I'll take a look and see what else I have to get at to pull that whole engine out. I'll check the shop manual and see what it has to say as well. So let's get all this red plastic off and take a look. Alright, as you can see, I got the front cab off, the seat, the airbox lid, and the fuel tank. One thing I found interesting in the fuel tank, I always wondered why this quad didn't have a fuel shut off, being that it's carbureted. But it does have a shut off. It's on the inside of the tank. Now, I don't know how the hell you're supposed to reach that, or if that's only just for maintenance purposes, or if this shut off valve was taken off at one point and the put on backwards. So I'll have to take a look at that once I get to reassembling it. So now I need to pull off the PVT cover, get at that, and not sure what else. I gotta find my shop manual. The shop manual is for an 0405. I have the proper shop manual somewhere, but it don't matter because the engine's the same anyway. Now there's a engine setup. Just take a look. It's at the front. Let's just see what it says in here. Engine fastener, blah blah, engine removal, blah blah blah, remove seat, fuel tank cover, front cab, yeah, got that, fuel tank, disconnect the high tension lead, got that. Remove the exhaust, drain coolant, which is already done. Remove air, pre-cleaner, and duct, so I gotta remove the whole air box. And remove the carbs. So I will do that next, I guess. So, there you can see the pre-filter and whatnot. It's a little dirty. Let's due for a cleaning, so I'll pull all this off. There's the carb. It's got a constant velocity carb, CV carb, which makes it a little bit boggy. It'd be interesting to see if I could put something different on there, but it's pretty filthy underneath there too. But this tear down will give me a reason to clean everything up. So let's get the air box out, the carb. I think I might take this plastic off as well, or I might just take the whole friggin' body off. I think I might actually do that. That'll make it even easier because I gotta pull the body off, make it easier to get this cover off. So let's get it tore down even further. Well, I'm getting closer. Got all the plastic off, got the cover off, carb off, and whatnot. But next I've got to pull the drive and driven clutches off. Now, the drive, is it the drive clutch or the driven clutch, can be a pain. How do I know that? From my snowmobile. But I'm hoping, being that's a Polaris, my homebrew puller setup will be the same, but chances are it won't be, just because that's the way Murphy's Law goes. Well, you never know. The clutches look a lot the same, so I just got to pull those two bolts off. These usually come off pretty easy, but those not so much. So I've got to pull that off, pull this cover off, maybe pull the oil filter off the side, pull a few more wires, remove the shifter linkage, and a few other things, and then hopefully I can muscle this thing out. Now, whether I get it done tonight or not is to be determined. Maybe I was being overzealous when I said I was going to do this all tonight, but if not, we'll finish it up and tack it on to the end of this video, make it one video. So I'm going to keep plugging away and see where I get. Oh, and I was chatting with a friend online, and he almost thinks that that shaft, that the gear isn't stripped, but that it's possibly the shaft broke off inside somewhere. But I think that shaft also drives the oil pump on the other side, and the oil pump was just fine, otherwise the engine would have been seized up quite a long time ago. So well, I'll keep plugging away and see where I can get tonight. Well, there you have it. There is a big gaping hole where the engine used to be. Holy smokes, it took a little work to get out. It was tricky getting at the mounts there, that plate and all that, but once I got the nuts off and all that, it came out pretty easy. She's not light, not compared to like a snowmobile engine, but yeah, it's all done. Engine's out. I think what I'll do is I'm gonna plug up all the holes and throw the oil filter back on there. Just keep everything plugged up solid so that I can give it a good wash. And then, from what I can tell, much as I hate this, I got to split the crankcase, which means pulling the head off, doing the whole shebang. So it's going to be quite involved, but I'll do some hunting online first, because it's hard to tell. It all maybe this comes off separately, but I kind of, sorry, maybe this comes off separately because I got to get into here to see what's going on. I'm thinking that that shaft actually broke. I don't think the gear is stripped, but I think the shaft sheared, so I don't know. It's no good the way it was, so gotta fix it one way or another. So I will call it a day, and tomorrow it's a day of cleanup. I'm going to go hard, clean up this pigsty of a shop before I do any more. I'll also pull this out of here, make room. I'll stick it back in the airplane hangar just so it's out of the way. And I want to clean off this bench because that's where the motor is going to get worked on, and I'm going to clean off that bench as well. So just a whole bunch of cleanup needs to be done, but before I do any more work. So stay tuned, and I will make a second video of once the engine is clean and I start tearing into it. Take care and talk to you later.